That's more incoming.
How you doing? Get a picture.
Huh?
Did you get her?
I got her.
Give Mark a job and he does it right, honey. Why did he come?
This is John and Alice.
Why, that's what he said. That's John and Alice McLaughlin. That's kind of...
As I came
You can't get the dates on there, but you know the dates.
What is John is 1907 to 1951, and Alice is
Well, John was born in 1903.
1903 to 1951. Alice was 1905 to 1989.
Alice doesn't care.
No, she'd be delighted to have her
Walking around, yeah. Eventually get grass on it. We might have to haul a little more dirt, but... I forgot.
Yeah. Robert McLaughlin.
Jake.
You don't have to.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah,
That's just Minnie.
That's that Minnie and Uncle Frank.
How are they related?
Well, Frank McLaughlin was a brother of my granddad.
Okay.
He was a brother of John McLaughlin, my granddad. Minnie McLaughlin was a sister of Tony McCusker, my other granddad.
On the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Frank. So
Frank McLaughlin married Minnie McCusker.
Yeah. So you had double cousins, or they were double
Well,
cousins?
not really. Then my mother was the first cousin of Mary Frances, and my dad was the first cousin of Mary Frances. And that's where they met up there.
Oh, I didn't.
I knew that, Helen. And then that's why we're all a little funny. Yeah. My dad's brother,
We didn't meet many
married
people in those days.
my mother's sister, Ford.
That's right.
They're all...
sons right over here.
Yeah, we just saw them on the way in.
This is my dad's parents. John McLaughlin.
This is my great-grandmother.
And Julia Horn. Now that's Ann's great-grandparents. My grandparents. And they had a boy, Francis, that died between Susie. He was between Susie and my dad. And these are my dad's sisters, Mary Ann McLaughlin and Florence Sullivan.
They're not dead yet?
No.
Okay.
But that was a little boy that died.
And this here was Fred. Yeah, I remember that.
I think you're pretty nervous when they have the stone there waiting for you.
Yeah.
They put it up. They aren't married, so.
Kind of like they're getting real pushy when they already have
Mommy, look what...
Yeah.
And then your grandmother had a...
Yeah.
She was her name Mary, too?
Yeah, Mary Harvey. John, and that was my brother, and then he had a John.
91 years.
So, that's my mother's parents.
Alice's parents.
Alice's parents. Anthony McCusker and Anna Walder.
This is
grandmother.
parents.
My
Okay.
grandparents.
Okay.
We just looked up my one grandparent of mine.
Right.
Julia, John McLaughlin and Julia. And these are my mother's parents.
Now, which are the original ones out here?
We're coming to them.
McLaughlin group down there, or?
You'll be there.
Well, they're all, they're all. See, we found my mother and dad, and then these are their parents.
But
Then
is
we'll
the
go
first
see.
the McCuskers,
No.
or the second?
Cutler and Ed McCusker.
Yeah.
They both came from Ireland. Anna's parents were Bridget Kelly and Martin Waldron, and they both came from Ireland. So.
You didn't know that.
Well, I knew that there was McCusker here from Ireland. That was buried here from Ireland.
Anthony's father came from Ireland.
Lived only a mile from.
Anthony's father, what?
See, this is where Bridget.
Talking into the camera.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I got all of what you said.
Yeah.
What'd you say Anthony's mother's name was? What?
Eliza Cutler. We saw the bridge up there.
The
She
Cutler
lived
Bridge?
down there in Crawford Township, and that's where that covered
okay.
bridge was. Then they moved it up to Winterset. It's on the National Register.
Oh, okay.
This got a Roy gets up.
And the Cutlers
The Cutlers came from
came
Ireland.
from Ireland, okay.
Yeah. Eliza Cutler's parents never came, but a lot of her brothers and sisters came, but the folks never came.
Okay.
I think the kids would come over and earn a little money and send the money back, and some brother or sister would come.
Oh, okay.
So, Pat, it was like your great-grandparents that came from Ireland?
Right. My great-grandparents did. Yeah. So, there's mother's folks. Yeah. And what?
There's Point 90 right there. See that? Stay away from that. No, I don't think it is.
One of them
Okay, we're moving on.
Cusker would say, and the rosaries. They used to take rosaries from each other. And McLaughlin's parents. Michael McLaughlin and Susan Cassidy.
These are your
Those are my great-grandparents.
Great-grandparents.
They were my great-grandmother.
So my great-great-grandparents.
See, your great-great-grandmother.
And the ones next to him, I met all these people here this morning named McLaughlin, and they said that somebody,
That was the priest.
Jane.
His grandparents.
Okay, so that Louie and that Ray that
Are these the ones who came over?
From Ireland? I don't think so. I think that's another generation. These didn't come over, did they, from Ireland? No, their parents came from Ireland.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you said it was your great-grandparents.
On one side. On one side.
On one
This
side.
is the original of the McLaughlins, right?
Oh, that's right.
No,
Not really.
it was John McLaughlin, and he came over in 1852. And he came over and came to Milwaukee, then came down here. I think the Jesuits were helping some of the Irish get out of there when the potato famine was going on. And so then they came down here, John McLaughlin did. He had some children. He had one boy named Michael and one named John. And this is Michael. And
His father came from Ireland.
his father came from Ireland. His mother's name was Mary Finan or Finan. And this Mary Finan's brother gave the 40 acres for the church here to be built on. So then they built the church.
So what happened to the John that came? Is he not here?
He's buried, he's not buried down at Creston, but his wife is. But he farmed. They lived down in Crawford Township, and he farmed. And what they would do when farming season, he would take a load of cans and stuff out and sell it to the miners out west. And he'd go out there and sell the stuff, and then come back. You know, he'd make a little money, and he'd come back. It was a covered wagon, and one of the boys went with him. I think one boy was named William. But John McLaughlin and two other guys and one of John's boys named William went out, and coming back out someplace out there in Nebraska, they stopped for the night with a covered wagon, and two of the guys, or one guy, I guess, went to hunt for some wood to build a fire and to cook supper. And John, they got paid in gold then. John McLaughlin buried the money, and he'd had a heart attack by the time the guy got back with the wood, and nobody knew where they buried it. They never did find it. Oh, he's dead. The guy that came from Ireland. He's buried someplace out there in Nebraska.
Probably when we go down to South Platte on the way home, we can just wave. He's going to be out there somewhere.
And Susan Cassidy,
Find that
Susan
gold.
Cassidy's dad came from Ireland. I think she came with us. I think she was young enough. His name was I think the mother's name was but Susan Cassidy. They came from East Coast. And the dad was around here, and I don't know what his name was. Okay, so that's my nephew. Well, this is Julia Horn's parents. They both came from Ireland. Timothy Horn in County Limerick, Ireland, and Ellen Hogan came from County Kerry. And they came over, and they had several children. There's Aunt Ellie and Uncle Jim and Deborah. They called it then. And there's the father, and there's the mother. And they had some other little ones that it seemed like they had twins. There's a lot of them that had babies die that were, 1 year old and 2 year olds and
Pat,
early.
I've told our kids that this is Aunt Ellie here, right?
Yeah, that's Aunt Ellie right over there. When you look at this mark and see.
Her name was Ella.
That's a great aunt.
Yeah.
So, Grandma, and one of these Horns married a Quinn, and her daughter married a Cassidy, and we're related to the Cassidys that way, and we're related to Susan Cassidy that way. So
These are grandmother's grandparents.
these are your these are my great grandparents.
And they came
these are
from
Grandma McLaughlin's parents.
So they're my great
grandparents. They're your great grandparents.
And they came from
the Horns. They lived on the place where John Lynch lives now.
Their family.
They live in John Lynch's place.
Aunt Ellie and Julia McLaughlin were sisters.
Right.
Yeah.
And I love them.
Half of the family, they all married.
And that was her brother. No, they called her. I do.
Everybody's related. Thank you for sharing that for me, Jim. And Mark has a picture of me now walking around the light. Yes, right.
Great grandparents.
Enough?
I didn't say it. Do you remember Bridget Kelly, Mom? Because I named that dog.
Yeah. This is where the original church was, Jim.
Yeah, but Helen
It was a long church right here. This is where the original church was, and they say Mass out here on Memorial Day. Here's the altar. And that altar, Winterset threw it out. Did they? Winterset did? Yeah, it was piled up down here in 3 pieces for a while till they got it put up. So they have Mass here on Memorial Day if it's not raining. But this is where the original church was, and they buried the first priest there, Father Rice, 40 years old. He wasn't very old. No. We just got one more place to go. But there's lots of all of the rest of these things.
It's probably anchored on their pretty
I think you'd never understand that. They all have glassy eyes.
They would think we were born of incest.
Well,
There is a Bridget Kelly. I got out of the car, went to see. Yeah, because they made fun of me that I named that dog Bridget.
I have Martin Waldron's naturalization papers, and he came from County Mayo. They both came from County Mayo. This is Bridget Kelly, and yes. This is my mother's grandparents. This is Anna Waldron's parents.
Okay.
There's the father and there's the mother. And they had Bridget Kelly and Martin Waldron. They lived right north of us. That's where they settled, on the Brazel place. That doesn't mean anything to you. Like Shorty Clark's Corner.
Shorty Clark.
That's Shorty Clark. Not too far from Shorty Clark. But he came from Ireland. They came over, and he fought in the Civil War on the north side. And I think people from Ireland came over then. And if you could afford to, you could hire somebody to fight in the war for you. They called them mercenaries. Mm-hmm. And so he fought on the north. I suppose he needed a job when he came from Ireland. And they met in Cincinnati and were married in Cincinnati, I think. And then they came out here. And they had 9 little girls. And they had Anna Waldron and Agnes and Alice and Frances and Aggie. Or did I mention Aggie? Well, anyway. Julia was the first one. Julia, she married John Laughlin, and she is over there someplace. But anyway, 4 of the little girls died. They're buried right over there. And I remember my Aunt Florence saying, well, they lived right over there about 3 miles north of us on the Brazel place. And Joe Dorrigan lived west of them. And there was a lot of diphtheria at that time. And my grandpa McCusker had diphtheria, but he got over it. But a lot of the kids died. And Joe Dorrigan stopped at Waldron's and said to Martin Waldron, how's the baby? And Martin Waldron said, oh, I don't think she'll last the night. So he said, well, I'll help you build and make a coffin. So they made a little coffin, and they brought her down here, buried her at night, because people were so afraid of diphtheria. They afraid it, that. So they buried her at night. And I know the Wilders that live up there by, they're not relations, but they had some children who had diphtheria at the same time. And one of them died, and they brought him down. Of course, they all had to come in the wagon. Brought him down and buried him, and when they got back, Heinrich had died. So, but anyway, the little girls, I don't know what they died of, but one of them died of diphtheria. So there's 4 of them here, and there's 5 of them that got married. And I have Martin Waldron's Bible that he carried in prayer. It's not a Bible; it's a prayer book that he carried in the Civil War, and it said Company B, and they wrote down Julia as the first child. Julia, G-U-L-I-A is the way they spell it. And she married a Laughlin that's buried over here. But here's a little girl.
Grandma McCusker.
These are Grandma McCusker folks.
Yeah. Grandma McCusker. This is your great-grandma?
Yeah.
I don't know. These are grandmother's grandparents.
Grandma.
I think these are grandmother's grandparents. Or great-grandparents.
Great-grandparents.
Yeah.
And Mary. There's
Mary. Born September 1873 and died in May 1874.
And here's 1 year.
Here's
I know if I've got
this has 4 darling sisters.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Children of M. and B. Walden. Yeah, here's Catherine. Okay.
And that was just
I don't know, 1870 something.
great.
Died 1873. So died. Well, here's Ellen Beth, Eliza Beth, E-L-I-Z-A. Oh, Elizabeth. Eliza Beth. Born 1877, born 1877, March 22nd, 1878.
And then there's one Ellen on the other side.
Yeah, there's Ellen and Mary.
I got to see Ellen and Mary on the other side.
And there should be one more because it says 4 darling sisters.
Yeah, here's Ellen and Mary and
Catherine and Elizabeth.
Catherine and Elizabeth.
Okay, definitely.
And Elizabeth. I like that.
Elizabeth.
Well, that's it.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I hope you didn't get too wet.
No.
Thank you, Pat.
Thanks a lot.
John, thanks for...
Okay, Ryan. The cemetery at St. Patrick's.